6. I'm joined by Ernesto Munguia. He covers a lot of MRE recruiting, and they have a lot of clients. He does football, basketball, everything else. So really looking forward to this interview, MRE recruiting. So first of all, Ernesto, how are you and your family doing so far during this off season?
Good, man. Good, man. Just controlling what we can control. That's all. Just leave it to that, and I hope everything is well for every one of you guys.
Yeah, we're doing good. Just trying to stay active with the workouts, and obviously busy with this podcast, and almost to 600 episodes. So just working hard.
Yeah, man. Keep it up, man.
Yeah. So my first question to you is, when did you get interested in the sports side of it? And before we get to your company, but when did you get interested in watching sports or being involved in sports?
Well, I always liked watching sports. I liked watching basketball from the start. That was my first love. Watching basketball, watching Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
I just really liked him. When he were 8, 24, and how how his voice was influential. So just watching Kobe Bryant play made me get into the sports, made me want to practice it, made me want to play it, and yeah, I'll start with just watching Kobe.
So
Young kid, elementary kid, first grade. No, I said I was a young kid. I was only in first grade.
Yeah. So my next question to you is, who do you actually, obviously, which sports did you play growing up when you were?
Well, I played basketball for fun. I played a little bit of football, but I was a track guy. I was competitive in track, and that was my sport. Yeah, I was really, really quick. I still am. I could beat most high schoolers right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was your track career like, and how many high level competition races you competed in, and what was it like just competing on a high level in track?
Well, it was fun. At the end of the day, when you're a competitor, you want to compete against the best. And all the guys I went against, most of them are at big schools, big Power 5 schools like, UF, Florida State. I'm just happy that I went against those guys, and I can say I went against those guys. At the end of the day, I'm a competitor. When you're a competitor, you want to go against the best and challenge yourself to become a better athlete,
So now I want to get to your company. Obviously, when did that come about, the MRE recruiting, and how grateful are you to have this in your position now and starting off early? And but how did this come about, and how did they call you, or you had this opportunity before they called you?
So MRE recruiting, it's a major recruiting exposure. It's about hosting sport events. I have college coaches that come to my events, and it's for local high school athletes that sign up for it, so they can get a chance to get recruited by the college coaches that attend to go to it. And I also have NFL guys that speak to the kids to motivate them as guest speakers. And I was only, a senior in high school. My buddy was the first team All-State quarterback, second place in the voting for Florida Gatorade Player of the Year. And he had he was a late bloomer guy. And I told him, since he had no offers or anything due to his grades, and he was a late bloomer, so not really too much people know about them, because you're a senior. When you're a senior quarterback, the big schools, the D1, they like to have the quarterbacks committed beginning of senior year. So all the D1s already had the guys. So since he didn't have the grades, and plus he was a late bloomer, I decided to help him out, get recruited. Since I was a track guy, I knew how it goes and stuff. And I ended up getting him to the top junior college, which was called Independence Community College, Last Chance U. And I ended up getting him that offer, and he ended up, going there. And everyone was like, "Oh, how'd you get that offer?" This is me, a senior in high school still. Everyone's asking him, "How'd you get that offer?" And he said, "Oh, my homeboy." So then from there, a lot of people started reaching out to me. I got all of the seniors signed, the majority of them, the ones that played. And from there, I was a freshman in college, and people were just calling me left and right. So I decided to just make a page about it, a website about it. And then my beginning of sophomore year of college, I threw my first combine. Had over 10 college coaches there, and my first guest was Brian Rockpo.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and my first ever, and it's something I'm gonna keep on and stuff. It just I'll just wait for things to settle down with COVID.
Yeah. So obviously, what's it like having connecting with these NFL, obviously networking is big, so connecting with these NFL players and even NBA players. But I've seen you connect with Brian Arako, obviously, for example, and then Terrell Owens also is part of your thing, right? Or
Oh,
he
yeah, he's a great. We have a great relationship. I'm only young, so I feel really good. I saw Terrell Owens play in the Super Bowl. I was there watching TV when Brian Rockpool got drafted, and being around him and actually having a relationship with T.O. was the last thing I would expect.
hmm,
It's just when you work hard and network, things would like come your way. And yeah, it's an awesome experience. I'm still young, and I just have to, do what got me here. Keep working and keep networking, and sky will be the limit.
yeah. So what's it like connecting with all these athletes and obviously more people to come? And what's it like seeing your company grow by the minute?
Well, you just have to do things the right way. What I mean by that is, why are people come? You have to know why people come to you. Why do people sign up for your events? Because there's a value there. You bring the college coaches there, the good schools, and you make sure it's organized when that day comes. Um, it'll just go from there. It will go bigger. Like I said, you do what got you there.
Hmm. So, what was it like when Brian Arapo did Brian Arapo just came by himself to your thing, or how did you guys reach out to him, or he just came on his
So,
own?
so funny thing is, that was so me and his brother, Michael Rockpo, met through Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
right? And we were just talking, networking, and we got to network with each other. And then 2 months later, my combine was in January, and I asked him, "Hey, listen, I'm having my first ever combine. Would your brother want to come? What I can do for you guys, I could have the logo of Athlete Connect, because that's the business that him and his brother started, and I'll have it on the logo on the back of the cam shirts, and I'll have a flyer, and I'll let you guys pass out, any cards, business cards you want to, you know. So what I'll do, I'll just try to have a lot of people there as possible to help you guys,
Hmm.
and all I'm asking is for your brother to come by and speak to the kids. And then from there, he's like, yeah, absolutely, we can make it happen. I met Brian and Michael Rockpo, and yeah, it was a good experience and it was fun.
So,
Yeah,
mhm.
it was big time. A
Hmm.
lot of articles, a lot of people out of nowhere coming, and yeah.
Oh wow. So, what's it like helping out these kids and making sure they have a good lifestyle, and obviously having these athletes speak to them at certain events? What's that like seeing that just for the kids and all?
I just feel good overall. Number one, just because someone like them are speaking just to them. Kids are really picking who they listen to. You can tell them the same thing, but like an example, just a case, a good player, a good NFL guy or a big time college guy player tells them, they'll listen. So just for me to be put in that situation, just to make things happen like that, it just makes me feel good already.
Hmm. So obviously during this pandemic tough time, what have you guys been doing just with your company, and have you guys been recruiting more athletes to come, and has any other athletes come contact you, reach out to you guys?
Yeah, a lot of so what we've been doing just networking, making sure we get the 510C process, so we can do the tax reductibles for the people that donate when it comes to our combines, and just networking with more college coaches. Kids do reach out to us because they still trying to find a place, so we help kids find a school to play and stuff, and help them out.
Hmm. So if people want to help you out with your company, where do they have to go, or check the information if they want to help you out in the company?
What do you mean, like when they want to like donate or become a
Or
or
become a part of the board or something.
well, let's say they if they, let's say they want their son to be recruited, they can just hit us up through Twitter, DM, email, or call us. Or let's say they want to sign up for an event, they can send us through an email, and we'll let them know. Hey, listen, the next event is in this date, and if we're nearby, these are the college coaches that are coming, and I'll give them info on it.
Hmm.
on who will be attending, who will be a guest, and all that.
So before the pandemic started, how often do you guys do your events? Every day
Oh,
or?
we was gonna do it. Oh man, if the pandemic never happened, To was most likely gonna come to my next one. It was gonna be in May, and for football, it was gonna be in May, and I was gonna have a basketball one in April. This was in January where Brad and Arkpool already came. April, I was gonna have a basketball one. I had already college coaches confirmed, and then May, me and To were in the talks, and him coming. I just had to let him know the date.
Right.
And COVID happened, bang. So I'm like, damn. But at the end of the day, you just gotta control what you can control, and just leave it like that. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm just trying to, take off on my next one.
So have you guys been doing like weekly Zoom calls with these kids or athletes, like virtual events? Have you guys been doing that?
Now we haven't been able to set up virtual events, but we do plan on doing that. We do know that kids and college coaches are still looking for players, so we just help them connect like that. That's we find that really important, and we just starting to plan out which date would be good to host the next combine.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So where do you, hopefully by next year everything gets back to normal, but where do you guys see yourself in the next 5 years, and obviously continuing to grow?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh man, I see myself really far. Just keep grinding, keep networking, and I know I'll be really far. I just got to keep doing the right thing.
So obviously um, you're a big Kobe fan, and obviously he has that word mama mentality, and
Yeah.
you install that in with your kid, the kids that you work with, and you install that with them so they know what that means.
Well, the ones that for the people that know me, I talk about Kobe a lot. Just that mama
Yeah.
mentality. Like what is mamba mentality? Fuck everything else and worry about yourself. Sometimes you got to do things and get things done.
Mhm.
And I try to, like, for the ones that know me really well, I let them believe, and I tell them that you can do whatever you want to do. Don't worry about what he's saying or what your parents are saying. Yes, your parents are there, but doesn't mean they give you the best advice. People can be around you, but it doesn't mean they give you the best advice.
Mhm.
So if you think it's good, why do you need someone approval?
Right.
Yeah, just if you believe in it, then do it.
Hmm. Yeah. So what advice would you give these young kids or young athletes that are trying to reach their goals?
My ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Always be willing to learn. You got to ask questions for that. Just be different. How we be. Let's say me and you play the same position.
Yeah.
What am I doing to get better? Got to wake up in the morning, work on and on all sports, you got to have the speed of the game,
Yep.
skills, and then you got to hit the weight room. You got to do all those three, and you got to eat right as well.
Hmm.
Because your eating will affect on how you play or not. It better, you got to eat right.
So obviously, has any like are you guys currently working on like big projects coming up in the future? And also, has any like current NFL players or current NBA players reached out yet?
Well, the people I get to come as a guest on my combine are people that I have a relationship with. So I don't really like try to like go crazy on who my guest is gonna be. I just reach out on the people that I know and the connections that I have, and I try to be fair with them and see if something works out, for them to come. And yeah, that's how I do things.
So any you guys planning on with big projects or in the future?
Yeah. Or I just plan to be different. Get an NFL head coach as a guest. Boom. Get a Hall of Famer as a guest speaker. Just try to be different and try to get as much colleges as possible, and make sure there's guys that can play. For the college coaches to come again. I just try to do things different. Make sure I do things on point. Because you do things like that, people respect you, and there's more chances. The business is more better.
So now I do this fun little segment with all my guests. It's called the rapid fire segment. So ready for this?
Yeah.
All right. Kawhi Leonard's laugh or Kevin Hart's laugh?
Kevin Hart, I never really heard Kawhi really laugh. I can't really judge by that. But I would like to see him laugh. You know what I'm going to do? When I go on YouTube, I'm going to check if
Yeah,
Kawhi.
type in Kawhi Leonard. This happened when he was getting introduced when he was in Toronto. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to check it out. Good question. I've never been asked that before. Good, interesting question.
Yeah. Favorite food?
Depends on my mood, but I love hot wings. Like I just go to a sports bar grill and I just people that know me, that they know I like the hot wings a lot, but I also like to eat a lot of Italian food. Yeah, like lasagna, it's Italian stuff, but I really like hot wings. That's my weakness.
So most memorable event you guys done with your company, and most memorable sporting event you've been to?
So the most memorable thing I did with MRE was when, I was only 20 years old. Remember, I got over 10 college coaches there. Plus, I had a Brian Arakpo, 2009 first-round pick and a 4-time Pro Bowler. So for me, I'm going to always remember that. It was my first one, and even Terrell Owens posted it on his Instagram story. So I'm going to always remember that. And, I'm going to tell my kids about it, my grandkids. It's something that was big, and I hope it's influential for them because I was only 20 years old.
Right.
And anything can happen. You just got to put your mind to it and plan it the right way.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, and the most memorable event I went to, I think it was when I went to a Nike clinic convention, and I met like a lot of coaches. I met a lot of people. Never with a lot of people, and ever since I went there, it made me want to keep going to those type of things. You never with a lot of big time coaches. Big time people that you're supposed to, that will be good for networking. So going to a Nike convention is really good.
So speaking of T.O., actually, I had his co-host on Matthew Hatchett on my show. He does a podcast with Matthew Hatchett.
Yeah, to get your popcorn ready.
Yeah. So I had his co-host on the show. Actually, I'm trying to get T.O. on the show too. So hopefully, he told me he's gonna let me know soon, but hopefully. But so here's $1 million question for you. Have you been on their podcast yet?
Nah, not yet. I haven't asked T.O. Every time when T.O.'s in Miami, he always, most of the time he hits me up. We always shoot some hoops. Him and my uncle have a great relationship. They known each other for over 15 years since, he was in the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So, him and uncle have a relationship. So when T.O., was around town, he most likely hits, she has my number. So he just shoots me a text and we just, I open the gym up for him. And sometimes he wins, sometimes I win in the shootout, or sometimes we just run some games and stuff. But yeah, that's the relationship.
Yeah. I'm a big Dallas Cowboy fan here in Jersey, so yeah.
That's good. You must have loved T.O. when he joined the Cowboys when he was, then in the star in the middle with the San Fran.
Yeah, but we can still use him in Dallas. We're struggling right now, so.
He can be 50 right now. He's like 46, 47, but he's in better shape than most of these guys.
Do you see his race with Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, I saw it on YouTube.
That was crazy.
But about the podcast, I haven't asked him, but I have to I like to keep grinding and make sure and feel like I'm worthable and asking him, I have to keep grinding, keep getting my name out there, and yeah.
So outside of your company, what else do you like to do?
Well, I like to exercise. I like to go to new places, like new restaurants, check out new places that I know where I can learn from. And I just like to network. Got to network. Got to build relationships. That's how I got Brian the Rockpool to come to my first combine. You got to hunt, you got to network. Got to fish, got to network with the right people.
So what was it like seeing LA being a title town with the Dodgers and the Lakers, and especially winning for Kobe.
Oh, that was really big. I really wanted the Lakers when like Kobe passed away. I really wanted the Lakers to win.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm in Miami and stuff, I was like, damn, I didn't think the Heat were gonna make it, but I really wanted. And I'm like, you know what, man, I want the Lakers to beat it. You know, they got to win it for Kobe.
Do you see Giannis coming to Miami?
I hope so. If he comes, I don't think LeBron winning any more championships.
No.
No, I don't think so. Because they made it to the finals without a superstar.
Yeah.
So if they have Giannis, oh man, the East in trouble. And when they go against either the Clippers or LA Lakers, the Heat gonna win.
I
I
mean,
think so.
Jimmy Butler's a superstar.
But he's not no LeBron. He's not no Kawhi. He's not
Yeah.
no Kobe. You get what I'm saying? That's. I mean, he is an all-star, but he's just not no like superstar. He's not a Batman. To me, I just think he's a Robin.
Right.
LeBron's a Batman. Kawhi's a Batman. Kobe's a Batman. Shaq's a Batman. Yeah.
So I know you've been here. I'm sure you heard about the Michael Jordan LeBron debate. But what do you think? Who is the best player in the NBA, LeBron or Michael Jordan?
Well, if we want to go just on player, I think LeBron. But since we're in a league where it's all about championships, you know, you have to go with Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan. Everyone basically, Jordan paved that way. You know, everybody wanted to be like Jordan growing up. Kobe, LeBron. So, to me, Jordan is the best ever just because he paved that way. And you like, let's say you was to ask LeBron, who do you want to be better than? Oh, I want to be better than Michael Jordan. You know, Kobe would have told you the same thing. I want to be better than Michael Jordan. So this is why I believe Michael Jordan is the best ever. He set that example, and you know, it's a motivation for people to be better than him.
So who was your favorite NFL team growing up?
Oh, the Colts. I used to live in Indiana.
Oh, the Colts.
Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, Dallas Clark. Oh man.
Man.
That was my favorite team. That's a guy I really want to meet. You know, I met T.O. and stuff, but I really want to meet the Colts people. You know, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, Peyton Manning. You know, those are the guys I hope to meet one day.
I actually I interviewed a current Colt on my show 2 months ago. His name is Kamiko Toure, a linebacker from the Colts. I had him on the show, and obviously he just came back from an injury, and your team is playing good this year.
Yeah. You know, I was really like, when they first signed Phillip Rivers, I was kind of iffy about it, but it's been, you know, better than I expected. So I just hope, you know, they improve, doing better than last year.
Mm-hmm. So the two things here before I let you go. This is a question I've been bringing up to most of my guests about the late Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gianna, Mama mentality, and the rest of the people that were involved. And he was one of my role models growing up too. And do you remember where you were at that day when it happened?
When I found out about that, I was on my way home, and then someone texted me, "Oh, you know Kobe died?" I'm like, "For real?" Like, so I ended up doing research. I'm like, "Damn," you know, I was thinking about that a couple of days because Kobe, you know, is someone who was influential, you know, and you know, by just hearing him speak and stuff on YouTube and on TV, you see why he was great, you know, because they just cannot accept the fact that, you know, they just don't like losing. And then I see that from T.O. as well. Every time, you know, me and T.O. compete with each other, oh man, that boy really pushes himself. Like, you see why he was great. You see why he's just different. You know, he just got that different mentality. You know, that's what Kobe has, and T.O. has it. You know, I know because I've been around T.O. when we competed against each other. You just see why, you know why they were great.
Yeah, so I gotta ask you this: who usually wins on a 1-on-1, you or T.O.?
Well, obviously, if we play, I mean, I could play. I know how to play. Like, if you ask T.O. about me, he'll tell you, "Oh, he could play." You know, when a Hall of Famer says that, it's because it's true. He'll say, "Oh, he could play." You know, so if it's 1-on-1, obviously he's bigger. He might win, but like I'm saying, I'm more skilled, and I'm a better. When we go against each other, we go on a shooting machine gun, and we do 3 points. Sometimes he wins, sometimes I win. But we usually play in teams and stuff, you know, and we have the matchups fair. Yeah, but he'll tell you I can play.
Yeah, so actually, before I get to the last thing, what is the Miami lifestyle like? And obviously, how's it there with the COVID situation? But hopefully by next year everything gets back to normal, so Miami can live their lifestyle again.
Yeah. So Miami, we beautiful place. You know, weather is it's what people would prefer to
Yep.
live in. It's fun. You know, you meet all types of people from different countries. You see a lot of people that are good to network with because you meet all types of people. And the COVID situation, you know, it's been, I don't know how it is in other states, but months ago it was on everything was on lockdown,
Mm-hmm.
and now everything, you know, they're letting people eat now, but you have to wear the mask on, and once you sit down, your mask is off. Uh, every time you walk, you have to wear a mask on, and every time let's say you go to a park, sometimes some parks you wear a mask and some parks you don't. But I'm just waiting and excited because it's cooling down and stuff, and because I know if that happens, MRE, I can do my combine and stuff. I'm still a college student, so I just do my college work, then I work, and then just network.
Mm-hmm. And the last thing here, would you like to say anything to all the nurses, doctors, and essential workers?
I just want to say I appreciate you guys. You guys are working in a time that you guys can get sick, and I just want to be thankful for the work that you guys do. Keep doing it, and I hope you guys stay safe.
Well said. And there it is, episode 596 with Ernesto Munguia.
Munguia, Munguia.
Munguia, sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, so he's with the MRE Recruiting. Go follow him on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. They do a great job with the kids and setting up events for these athletes to come speak for the kids, and keep up the great work. Thank you for coming on the podcast, and I'll be posting this on all social media formats so people see your story and your company, and you guys continue to grow, man. Continued success. I'm sure we'll all connect again soon, and if you guys need help with anything, I'm here for the company too. So keep it up and keep grinding, keep networking. That's the main goal. And you and your family stay safe.
You too, man. Thanks for having me.
You're no
We'll
problem.
stay in touch.